Hey manifestors, Meera Allen here with your Manifesting Destiny moon update. So we are coming to a new moon in Sagittarius, which means the sun and the moon are both in the sign of the centaur of the Sagittarius. Let's get into these times for this lunation. It's going to be in LA, November 30th at 10:21 in the night. New York at 1st of December at 1:21 in the morning. London, December 1st at 6:21 a.m. and Sydney, December 1st at 5:21 p.m. in the afternoon. So wherever you are in the world, you can look up when your new moon is. But it's after that new moon is when we start to set those intentions. And this particular new moon, although it is new moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is a fire sign, it's known for adventure, it's known for change, it's known for going for the goals and being a little bit more, how do we say, explorative? Is that the right word? That is one aspect of Sagittarius, but this particular new moon, I'm just going to read this so I don't get it wrong. So there's an actual less external aspect to this new moon because of good old Saturn. So there is a link between challenging angle between the planet Saturn and this new moon in Sagittarius. And this is why I'm reading this here from Yasmin Boland, why this mood is less than party-like for this new moon. The best way to tap into these energies is to think about what you have learned this year and how is that going to inform your aims and your ambitions for the year ahead. So when you think of centaur, I always say this in my videos, I always think of the half man, half horse, just standing there with the bow and arrow, ready to shoot for that goal and go for it. But it's also with the ability of the four-legged quadruped animal that can run to those goals with that kind of agility and have the strength to take you. But then it also has the intellect and the intelligence of man, of the mind, so that your mind and your body can be really congruent to get you to those lofty ideals and goals. Whereas, as Yasmin Boland puts it, with this particular new moon in Sagittarius, it's a nice time to stocktake. It's a nice time to reflect into different categories of your year. So you could write down, for example, the first category could be, what lessons have I learned for 2024 and what truths have come about in 2024 that I have seen happen and unfold in my own life? And then the next column could be, what have those lessons taught me? And then the next column could be, where do I see myself headed for 2025? And what do those areas of my life look like? And finally, the last column could be something like, what are you truly grateful for that you have created in 2024? And this time last year, you weren't even in that place. So do a grateful acknowledgement. It's a nice year wrap up, this new moon, before you start planning. We're going to have quite a big, powerful, energetic shift in March of 2025. So it'll be very interesting to look back at this December 2024 and this new moon in Sagittarius. You know, they talk about Sagittarius, the centaurs, also being the truth knower, you know, having the patience to observe and to look at things and to actually say the honest truth about a situation, an experience, a thing, a learning, a lesson, whatever it is. So if the truth time is now, and we've seen that with the whole of 2024, the uncovering of the truth and seeing things, seeing celebrities and all these things in different light, you know, seeing the truth for things coming to the surface. That's been a brilliant year for that. And the truth of who we are individually, which also helps shift the paradigm of who we are collectively. Because remember, we're all each one little soul running around this world, but then collectively we get to elevate together. So this new moon is a really beautiful time to stocktake. Where have you been? What lessons have you learned? Where do you want to, what have you learned from those lessons? And what are you really grateful for that you can see that you have actually achieved in this past year since that last new moon in Sagittarius last year? So it's a giant shift and a big leap forward that we're going to bounce into March 2025. And I'll get more into that as we get closer to that shift next year. So I highly recommend a little stock take of your life, of your lessons, and where you're headed for 2025, that you can do this on this new moon. So maybe a little bit more internal, and it may be a little bit closer to home, and trust that. Give yourself that time and that rest and that introspection as well. It's almost like the centaur having its little moment, pausing in time before it goes, yeah, I'm ready to shoot that arrow and go for what I want. So I hope this makes sense for you guys, acknowledging what you've accomplished as you manifest your own destinies. My name is Meera Allen. Oh, for those of you that haven't looked at it and you're curious about what else I do, I have a vocal confidence course, which is about trauma relieving from the body through breath work, through meditation, through journaling work, and through the internal work of releasing hurts and blocks in the body that have manifested over the years. So it's called Vocal Confidence, and the link is in my description box below. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and happy new moon in the truth of who you are this Sagittarius new moon. Namaste.